Merci beaucoup pour cette super prestation. Thanks so much everyone for this wonderful show.
Bienvenue à Wikimania, à Paris, la ville lumière, où l'on se rencontre et où les idées fusent. Pour éclairer le monde de notre savoir. Tout en s'amusant. À votre santé. À la liberté, à l'équité, à la fiabilité. Et au croissant.
No, it's okay.
Okay. De la Wikimania 2026. Now let's welcome the co-organizing team of Wikimania 2026.
On stage. We are so happy to see you at Wikimania this year, and we are so happy to be hosting Wikimania in Paris on the year of the 25th birthday of Wikipedia. After 25 years, we really hope, as a massive COT, that we can all not only reflect on the things that we have accomplished as a movement, but also think of the road that lies ahead. What is the future of the Wikimedia movement, and how can we think it together here? This is the question that we would love for you to keep with you in all the sessions and to take home with you. We hope that you take home as many answers to this question and many ideas for our future.
Une Wikimania se reflète dans son programme. Et cette année se veut pratique et concrète. Donc, en mettant les démonstrations magistrales de côté, nous souhaitons que chaque personne reparte avec des apprentissages et des éléments concrets pour les appliquer et faire croître leur communauté. Certains sujets se démarquent cette année. La recherche a été mise en avant avec une salle dédiée. Et deux grandes questions qui animent notre mouvement, les nouvelles générations et l'intelligence artificielle, ont aussi des sessions qui leur sont consacrées. Nous avons également mis l'accent sur les posters. Vous avez déjà pu les voir, ils sont affichés à l'extérieur, et le jury des posters a déjà regardé l'ensemble d'entre eux, et nous avons les résultats. Merci à l'équipe. Alors, pour le premier poster, Clarity and Organization, it's long live Wikidata. Sorry, how to tackle the scalability problem of the biggest open source knowledge graph in the world. The second one is about content quality, and it's awarded to offline knowledge, infrastructure, and generative skills in a refugee camp, the Minwao experience. And the last one that got, well, the general approval, the overall favorite is documenter le patrimoine sénégalais, réalisé par plusieurs personnes de Wikimedia Sénégal. Entre les ateliers, les présentations et les panels, nous avons reçu de très nombreuses propositions qui sont vos propositions, toutes d'excellente qualité, et nous souhaitons vous remercier pour cela. Habib et moi-même qui avons co-créé ce programme, qui avons été co-responsables de ce programme, souhaitons remercier les 20 bénévoles qui ont donné de leur temps pour construire ce programme, et parfois au-delà de tout ce que nous pouvions attendre. Donc merci à toute l'équipe et merci aussi à Elena de la Fondation pour son soutien. Nous avons 3 valeurs importantes qui ont guidé la création du programme et de la Wikimania 2026, et ces 3 valeurs s'inspirent de celles de la République française, qui est elle-même inspirée des pensées et des Lumières, et qui furent créatrices de l'encyclopédisme moderne. En 3 mots, liberté, équité, fiabilité.
C'est là, ceux qui, comme moi, ont vécu l'expérience des dictatures, la liberté n'est jamais un mot abstrait. Elle touche à la possibilité de parler, de penser, d'apprendre, de transmettre, de préserver la mémoire collective. Elle touche aussi à la possibilité de participer à la construction du savoir, sans peur et sans silence imposé. Dans le mouvement Wikimedia, cette liberté prend une forme très concrète, celle de licences libres qui permettent à chacun et chacune non seulement d'accéder à la connaissance, mais encore de la réutiliser, de la traduire, de la corriger et de y distribuer. C'est défendre un web dans lequel les personnes ne sont pas réduites à un rôle d'utilisatrice, mais peuvent en apporter leur pierre à l'édifice commun. Mais cette liberté n'existe jamais comme une fois pour toutes. Elle doit être protégée, partagée, rendue possible par nos pratiques collectives, nos règles, nos utiles et nos communautés. Aujourd'hui, face aux inégalités numériques, à la désinformation, à la concentration technologique, défendre la connaissance libre, c'est défendre la capacité des communautés à raconter le monde avec leur propre voix. C'est cette liberté vivante, plurielle et collective que nous sommes réunis ici pour faire grandir. Gracias.
L'équité, c'est un sujet particulier qui était très fort pour l'ensemble des membres du COT. En France, on connaît l'égalité. L'égalité, c'est donner les mêmes droits à tout le monde. Et déjà, c'est pas facile. L'équité, c'est donner la même chance à chacun. C'est encore plus compliqué. Concrètement, ça veut dire quoi pour nous et ce à quoi on a dû faire face? On voulait intégrer dans le Team Challenge les développeurs de demain, la nouvelle génération qui ne connaissait pas encore Wiki. On avait une semaine. Comment on fait pour donner les moyens à ces jeunes talentueux de se mettre au niveau pour intégrer une équipe et faire du développement dans un hackathon? On avait tous nos amis africains qui très vite, alors qu'ils étaient hyper impliqués, se sont rendus compte qu'ils n'auraient pas leur visa et ils ne pourraient pas être là. On avait des femmes super développeuses, internationales, qui m'ont dit très gentiment, « Attends, t'es gentil, moi je suis parent isolé, j'ai 2 enfants en bas âge, je peux pas. » Il fallait trouver des solutions à tout le monde pour que tout le monde ait la même chance. Et avec toute l'équipe, à chaque fois on a essayé de trouver des solutions et on s'est en même temps rendu compte que une façon de faire de l'équité, c'est de savoir prendre conscience de ses propres privilèges et essayer d'offrir aux autres.
La fiabilité, c'est la dernière valeur que nous voulons mettre à l'honneur aujourd'hui. Nous savons tous à quel point il est important de disposer d'une information fiable, référencée et vérifiée par des humains. Ce n'est pas une tâche facile pour les milliers de bénévoles qui nous accompagnent aujourd'hui et qui éditent un seul monde où la vérité et la science sont contestées et où certains cherchent à contrôler ces récits. Merci. Mais ce soir commence la Wikimania, un événement qui nous rappelle quelque chose d'essentiel. Nous ne sommes pas seuls. Et c'est notre force. Celle qui garantit la fiabilité de l'information, qui repose justement sur la collaboration. Et pour conclure, je reprends les mots de Michel, c'est un donateur de Wikimedia France, qui dit « Merci, bravo, courage, tenez bon, nous résistons tous et toutes avec vous. » Et vous retrouverez aussi d'autres messages d'encouragement sur les stands de Wikimedia France. Merci.
instant pour regarder autour de nous. Pendant les prochains jours, cette Wikimania sera ce que nous ferons ensemble, un espace de liberté qui nourrit le partage et les connaissances, où l'équité permet à chaque voix de trouver sa place et la fiabilité renforce la confiance dans ce que nous construisons collectivement. Merci à chacun et à chacune d'entre vous d'être ici, d'apporter votre énergie, vos idées et votre engagement. Que cette édition soit riche en connaissances et en apprentissage et en nouvelles collaborations. Et maintenant, nous vous invitons à découvrir un message vidéo de Sophie Agneau, spécialement préparé pour les participantes et les participants de Wikimedia 2026. Mais avant, je veux dire vive la liberté, l'équité et la fiabilité. Here's to freedom, equity and durability, للحرية والإنصاف والمساواة.
Hello, coucou et bienvenue à Paris pour la Wikimania 2026. Un petit bonjour depuis l'espace à bord de la Station Spatiale Internationale. Ce que j'aime chez Wikipédia, c'est que ça fait converger 3 des moteurs les plus puissants de l'humanité, la curiosité, le partage et la science. Ces 3 thèmes me tiennent à cœur et je suis heureuse de m'associer à ce bel événement. Et ces 3 thèmes, d'ailleurs, sont aussi bien présents dans le vol spatial habité. Pour les missions spatiales, des personnes issues du monde entier coopèrent, échangent et font avancer ensemble une mission riche de sens, faire progresser le savoir. Et avec l'encyclopédie libre, comme Wikipédia, chacun peut contribuer, apprendre et transmettre, et surtout faire progresser les autres avec soi. Et aujourd'hui, alors que le flot continu d'informations peut parfois brouiller les repères, la connaissance libre repose sur le collectif, la transparence et l'exigence. Alors, go Wikipédia et très belle Wikimania 2026 à toutes et à tous. À bientôt.
Et maintenant, accueillons sur le podium le comité de pilotage de Wikimania. Now let's welcome on the stage the steering committee of Wikimania.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Paris. From the steering committee of Wikimania, there are 2 things that I would like to say. First of all, at the committee, we've been there, we've done that, we've got the t-shirts. So we know how much dedication, how much work, how much commitment it takes to create a week of magic. And this is what's happening right now. This week in Paris is the week of magic. And the steering committee would like to thank the people who have made these commitments and have made the Week of Magic in Paris possible. The amazingly amazing core organizational team. The incredibly incredible staff. And the superbly superb volunteers. And as for you, I see a very diverse group of people who have gathered together to keep changing the internet. I remember fondly a sentence that an Italian journalist told me when I was photo shooting a music event, and when he realized I'm doing photography for Wikipedia and Wikimedia. And that's the sentence I would like to tell to you right now. Oh, so you are doing the God's work. Keep doing the God's work, keep doing what you do best, and enjoy your weekend of magic in Paris. Thank you.
Et maintenant, nous accueillons Bernadette Meon, directrice générale de la Wikimedia Foundation. Now it's my pleasure to welcome Bernadette Meon to the Wikimedia Foundation.
To follow an astronaut, but I will endeavor to try. Bonjour. 6 months ago, I joined the Wikimedia Foundation at the beginning of Wikipedia's 25th birthday year. What an extraordinary 6 months it has been. I've had the privilege of meeting more than 1,000 Wikimedians across every region at conferences, affiliate gatherings, community calls, and on Wiki. This has brought different perspectives, but every conversation underscored the same thing. Wikimedia has never been just a collection of websites. It's people, it's a community, it's a belief. People making their very first edits, people maintaining templates and tools, affiliates, photographers, translators, mentors, building something together that no one could build alone. That is worth celebrating. So as we begin our Week of Magic in Paris, I first want to say thank you. Thank you for everything that each of you in these seats have contributed over 25 years. And thank you for everything that you will contribute in the years ahead. Because after 6 months of listening, one thing is very, very clear. The next chapter of Wikimedia cannot simply be about preserving what you have already built. It has to be about ensuring that what you've built continues to matter and carry relevance in a changing world. Even as we gather during this magical week to celebrate all that we have accomplished, we have to recognize that nostalgia is not a strategy. We're seeing bigger and quicker changes than Wikimedia has ever historically experienced. People are encountering knowledge through chatbots and AI-generated summaries. In May of this year, Google Search, which is responsible for up to 90% of referral traffic to Wikipedia, announced its biggest change in 25 years. Zero-click experiences are now the normal way that people are finding information. The impact, we can boo, but as I used to work for President Obama, and he used to say, don't boo, vote. So instead of booing, the challenge ahead of us is, how do we evolve? Because the impact to our projects is substantial, even if we don't like it. Last year, page views across Wikimedia projects declined by 8%, along with declining referral traffic from search engines. And that is not temporary and it's not gradual. It is a structural shift. We are more vital than we have ever been in the world, but we are less visible. These changes, in many ways, are beyond our control. But we can control how we adapt, how we lead, and most importantly, how we create value within this fundamentally changing and different world. Many other organizations are responding by becoming more closed, with content locking down behind paywalls and open internet shrinking. Everyone in this room knows that Wikimedia must take a different path. Our principles are not barriers to change. They are what allow us to change without losing who we fundamentally are. And that brings us to Paris. Paris is a city where bold ideas have shaped the world throughout history, from the Renaissance and the Enlightenment, to the French Revolution and the Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen. Walking through Paris, I'm struck by how naturally centuries of history stand alongside constant reinvention. You only have to look at the history of the Louvre, both physically and through its collections, to see that in action, that we don't have to choose between preserving our values and embracing change. It's a fitting metaphor, I think, for Wikimedia. Our values are precisely what makes meaningful change possible. So I'd like to briefly share with you 3 observations from my first 6 months. The first is about AI. Wikipedia underpins the internet. Every single day, our work helps people learn, not only directly, but increasingly through AI systems built on the Wikimedia content that you all create. Many of you raised AI in conversations with me, and what I heard was thoughtful, nuanced, and remarkably consistent. Not that we should reject AI outright, and not that we should embrace it without question. Instead, that we should ensure that AI serves our mission, not the other way around. We have a responsibility to protect what makes Wikimedia unique: human-centered knowledge, community governance, neutrality, transparency, and verifiability. Those principles matter more than ever in the age of AI, when trust in information is eroding. But we also have an extraordinary opportunity here. If Wikimedia helped define, and Wikipedia helped define, the first generation of the open web, Wikimedia should help define what responsible AI looks like. We should help shape the AI ecosystem that values trusted knowledge, responsible human contribution, and expands access to knowledge for everyone around the world. AI does not define Wikimedia, but Wikimedia can help define how AI serves humanity. My second observation is about the Foundation's work to help the projects and the communities, each and every one of you, thrive. This means maintaining the servers, the data centers, the infrastructure that billions of people rely on, often without ever thinking about it. It means investing in tools for each and every one of you that makes contributing easier, safer, and more rewarding. It means enabling you to spend more time creating knowledge and less time fighting vandalism, abuse, or repetitive work that you don't want to spend your time on. It means defending you when you face legal or political threats because of the work that you do. And it means advocating for policies and laws that will shape the future of the internet and the future of free knowledge around the world. It also means raising money. And it means being responsible stewards of resources so volunteers and affiliates can keep contributing and our projects remain free, available, and independent. And it also means listening. Listening not only to the loudest voices, but to communities everywhere. One of the greatest joys that I have had in my first 6 months has been visiting communities in Tyap and in Africa. Wikimedia's future will be shaped not only by our longest established and most mature communities, but also by the places where millions of new users are coming online every single day. In Asia, in India, in the Middle East, in Africa, in Latin America. All around the world, in established and emerging communities, we need to ask ourselves, how do we make Wikimedia relevant to new generations? How do we bring Wikimedia and our content to people in the new places where they are searching for knowledge? How do we create ways, more ways, for people to participate in our projects? And how do we ensure that every single community, large and small, established and emerging, has a voice in shaping our collective future? Building a truly global movement means listening to all of these voices. My final observations are about making our value and our joy more visible. Wikipedia, we know, is one of the world's most visible websites. Millions of people rely on it every single day, but many don't understand how it works. They don't see the conversations behind an article. They don't see the volunteers, all of you, who spend hours refining and curating and debating an article or a page. And making that invisible work visible isn't simply about recognition. It's about helping people understand that knowledge doesn't just appear from a chatbot. It isn't just spit out by a machine. It is created by humans. When people understand that, readers can become contributors, supporters become advocates, and we need advocates and champions in this moment. And just as importantly, they discover the joy, the magic of a week in Paris, the magic of creating an article and contributing to this project of human knowledge that has kept so many of you here. When I ask people what first brought them to Wikimedia, I hear stories of curiosity, generosity, and connection. Someone fixed a typo. Someone wrote about a subject that they love. Someone translated an article. Someone uploaded a photograph or a video. Someone mentored another, more junior contributor. One edit became hundreds. Hundreds became thousands. And someday, that person might go on to become a Jedi admin, helping to protect the projects. A moment of curiosity becomes a lifelong contribution. And that's the one thing I hope that this movement never ever loses, and that is the joy that each and every one of you experience. The next 25 years will ask a lot of us. It will require us to experiment. It will require us to adapt, to take risks and be bold and make difficult decisions. And in some ways, it will ask us to reinvent ourselves, not to lose ourselves, but to adapt and evolve. And at the same time, we will do the same thing that has always made Wikimedia extraordinary. We will come together, we will build trust, we will share knowledge freely, and we will leave the world a little wiser and a little happier than we found it. I want to say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you in this room. Thank you to Remy and Wikimedia France. Thank you to the core organizing team. Thank you to the foundation staff for their collaboration. And most of all, thank you to the volunteers here, online, and all around the world for making this magical week in Paris possible for all of us. So thank you very much. Bienvenue to Paris, and happy 25th birthday to Wikipedia. Thank you.
Now let's welcome Maria Gabrielle Listé.
Dear members of the Wikimedia movement, dear partners, researchers, educators, journalists, innovators, public officials, volunteers, and friends, it is a great pleasure and honor to join you today in Paris for the opening of Wikimania 2026. Indeed, dear Bernadette, this is a year of remarkable anniversaries. We celebrate 25 years of Wikipedia, one of the greatest collective knowledge projects in human history. And we celebrate UNESCO's 80th anniversary, marking 8 decades of a mission found on a simple but powerful idea, that peace is built in the minds of women and men through education, science, culture, communication, and the free exchange of knowledge. Although our institutions were born in different areas, they share the same conviction. Knowledge is a public good. It belongs to everyone, and everyone should have the opportunity to contribute to it. Ladies and gentlemen, 25 years ago, a bold experiment began. People from different countries, cultures, and languages decided to build something together, not for profit, not for power, for the benefit of all. And today, Wikipedia is far more than one of the world's most visited websites. It is living proof that collaboration can transcend borders, that openness can inspire trust, and that millions of volunteers can build one of humanity's greatest shared resources. This extraordinary achievement deserves to be celebrated. But it also invites us to reflect, because we celebrate at the moment of profound change indeed. Never before has humanity had access to so much information, yet never has trustworthy information faced so many challenges. UNESCO's latest World Trends in Freedom of Expression and Media Development report shows that freedom of expression has fallen to its lowest level in more than a decade. Public trust is declining, journalists face increasing threats, and digital technologies are reshaping how information is created, shared, and consumed. And yes, artificial intelligence is accelerating this transformation. We all know it offers enormous opportunities for education, science, and innovation, but it also makes it easier to manipulate information, spread disinformation, and blur the line between facts and falsehoods. And in this rapidly changing landscape, the theme of this year's Wikimania, freedom, equity, reliability, could not be more relevant. These are not only the values of the Wikimedia movement, they are also the foundations of democratic societies, human dignity, and sustainable development. They are values that UNESCO proudly shares too. First, freedom. Freedom begins with knowledge. Not only the freedom to speak, but also the freedom to learn, to question, to verify, and to contribute. And this is what makes Wikipedia so unique. It reminds us that knowledge grows stronger when it is built together. At a time when societies are becoming increasingly polarized, this lesson is more important than ever. Around the world, we see scientific evidence challenged, historical facts contested, and online spaces increasingly shaped by opaque algorithms and commercial interests. Against this backdrop, Wikipedia offers something increasingly rare, a place where evidence matters, sources are scrutinized, and dialogue remains possible. Its success demonstrates that collaboration can overcome division and that shared knowledge can strengthen democratic societies. Artificial intelligence makes this mission even more important. Many of today's AI systems rely on open knowledge created by communities like yours. This creates a shared responsibility. And if AI benefits from the knowledge commons, it must also help sustain it. Technology should empower the communities that create knowledge, not simply extract value from them. And this vision guided UNESCO's recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence in 2021. It was the first global normative framework on the ethical use of AI. And its message is simple. AI must remain human-centered, transparent, and accountable. And this same commitment underpins UNESCO's work to promote open educational resources, open access, free and open source software, and other digital public goods. Together with Wikipedia and Wikidata, these initiatives help ensure that knowledge remains open, accessible, and shared for the benefit of all. And most importantly, they remind us that freedom is not only about protecting knowledge, it is about ensuring that future generations can continue to create it. The second principle is equity. Knowledge is only truly universal when everyone has the opportunity not only to access it, but also to shape it. Yet, today's digital world does not reflect the full richness of humanity. Too many voices remain unheard, too many communities remain underrepresented, too many languages are still absent from our digital spaces. And when a language disappears from the internet, we lose far more than words. We lose memory, culture, identity, and unique ways of understanding our world. In the age of artificial intelligence, this challenge has become even more urgent. AI systems learn from the knowledge we make available. If that knowledge reflects only a handful of languages, cultures, or perspectives, the technologies of tomorrow will reproduce the inequalities of today. And this is why UNESCO has made multilingualism a strategic priority. We believe that every community should be able to access, create, and share knowledge in its own language. And it is also why UNESCO is proud to coordinate the International Decade of Indigenous Languages. Indigenous languages carry centuries of knowledge about biodiversity, health, climate, and sustainable ways of living. Protecting them is not only about preserving heritage, it is about enriching humanity's collective intelligence. The Wikimedia movement demonstrates what is possible. hundreds of language editions show that knowledge becomes richer when more communities participate. Every new contributor, every new language, every new perspective strengthens our shared understanding of the world. And equity also means empowering those who will shape tomorrow's information ecosystem. Young people are not only consumers of technology, they are creators, innovators, community leaders. Likewise, women and girls must have equal opportunities to contribute to science, technology, and knowledge creation. A more diverse community produces better knowledge, more inclusive technologies, and stronger societies. And this is why UNESCO continues to invest in media and information literacy, because people need much more than digital skills. They need the ability to think critically, evaluate information responsibly, and participate confidently in public debate. These are essential competencies not only for navigating today's information landscape, but shaping tomorrow's. The third principle is reliability. Perhaps no challenge is more urgent today. Information is abundant. Trust is increasingly scarce. Artificial intelligence allows us to create knowledge faster than ever before. But it also allows falsehoods to spread faster than facts. Technology alone cannot solve this challenge. Trust is built by people, by transparent institutions, by independent journalism, by researchers, by educators, and by communities like yours committed to evidence, dialogue, and accountability. And this is precisely why Wikimedia matters. Wikipedia is trusted not because it claims to be perfect, but because it is transparent. Sources can be verified. Articles can be challenged. Errors can be corrected. Knowledge evolves through collaboration. That is a powerful model for the digital age. And UNESCO shares this vision. Through our work on information integrity, we seek not only to control information, but to strengthen the conditions that allow trustworthy information to flourish, while fully respecting freedom of expression. And this is particularly important in the face of climate change. Climate disinformation delays action, undermines trust in science, and weakens our collective response to one of humanity's greatest challenges. And those who, like me, spent the last 1 month in Paris know that more than ever it's important. I would like also to share here a very concrete example. Because of this topic of the information integrity and climate change, UNESCO launched the Global Initiative for Information Integrity on Climate Change. And I'm especially pleased that Wikimedia is one of our partners in this effort. Together, we are improving multilingual climate information, strengthening the quality of knowledge on Wikipedia and Wikidata, and helping millions of people access reliable, evidence-based information. And these partnerships illustrate something essential. Reliable information is not created by technology alone. It is built by communities working together in the public interest. And that is exactly what both UNESCO and Wikimedia strive to achieve. Mesdames et messieurs, je souhaiterais conclure en français. Depuis 25 ans, Wikipédia nous montre qu'il est possible de construire un bien commun mondial. Un bien commun fondé sur la confiance, sur la collaboration et sur la conviction que le savoir doit être partagé. Aujourd'hui, alors que l'intelligence artificielle transforme profondément nos sociétés, cette conviction est essentielle. car l'avenir du numérique ne dépendra pas seulement des technologies que nous développerons. Il dépendra surtout des valeurs que nous choisirons de défendre. La liberté, l'équité, la fiabilité. Ces trois principes ne sont pas... Ces trois principes ne sont pas seulement le thème de cette édition de Wikimania. Ils doivent devenir les fondements de notre avenir numérique. Nous avons la responsabilité collective de faire en sorte que les avancées technologiques renforcent les droits humains, la démocratie et le bien commun. Que l'intelligence artificielle contribue à élargir l'accès au savoir sans appauvrir sa diversité. Que chaque langue trouve sa place dans l'univers numérique. Que chaque communauté puisse contribuer à écrire notre histoire commune. Et que les jeunes, les femmes, les peuples autochtones, les personnes en situation de handicap et toutes celles et ceux qui restent encore sous-représentés puissent participer pleinement à la construction du savoir.